Where's Android 16 for the Pixel phones? Well, I think we learned a valuable lesson when it comes to dealing with leaks and rumors. And I'm not going to say I told you so because, well, I didn't. I didn't say it was going to come out on June 3rd like everybody else. Apparently, there was some magical oracle that determined that even though someone someone says Google said Android 16 was going to come out in June. I still don't know where that came from, but it's funny because even in this Android headline article, it says right here, Google has confirmed that Android 16 will arrive in June. The company hasn't shared a specific date, but the software is expected to release on June 3rd. Apparently, it was related to some sort of a source. I don't know. And it's funny because I made a video, I think June 1st, June 2nd, and I was like, look, I think that Android 16 will probably be here like the beginning of July. But I didn't know. There's question marks out there because why? Well, June is our quarterly feature drop. And it's kind of weird how they've done this in the past because we got Android 15 in September last year. And of course, I was upset about that because I'm like, look, you can't tell us we get quarterly feature drops and then give us the new version of Android. That's not a feature drop. That's a whole new version of the operating system, right? A feature drop's like, oh, hey, we updated Material U. Hey, we enabled satellite messaging. That's a feature drop, right? So I was talking about it and kind of having some discussion saying, well, I guess it could come out in June because that's how they've done it with things in the past in September, but there's a timeline and there's no definitive date, right? So I talked about how I knew it was going to come out sooner than the Pixel 10 series because Samsung made an official announcement. Samsung in their newsroom last week, or I guess earlier this week, said that the new foldable phones are going to come out this summer, which historically that's in July. The last couple of times it's been in July, so we kind of got an idea when this is going to be. They said it was going to launch with One UI 8, which is Android 16. So you can't have Samsung launching One UI 8, their version of Android 16, if Google is not first going to launch Android 16. So we know that at least it's going to be here before the end of July. We're now at the end of the first week of June. So my expectation is still it could be a couple of weeks. And the most curious thing, instead of launching Android 16, they came out with another Android 16 beta. They pushed out a beta update. So I think they're still fine tuning things. We know they've got platform stability. We know that it's basically ready to go, but we also know that we're expecting the Pixel 10 phones to launch in August. So this was going to be kind of an exciting thing where, okay, things flip-flopped. Last year, we got the Pixel 9 series phones at the end of August, and then we got Android 15 in September. Now it looks like we're still going to get the Pixel 10 series phones in August, but it looks like we're going to get Android 16 months earlier in June or July. And also, hold your horses. Because I think it's going to be a very bare bones update. And there were some articles I've seen out there saying, oh, it's going to be boring. There's not going to be much going on. That Material Expressive stuff is not even going to be out till the first quarterly feature drop, which would likely be around September. So, yeah, hold your horses. And the important life lesson to learn here is don't put too much stock in rumors. And I don't care too much. I do talk about stuff that's rumored because, well, it's exciting. We're tech nerds. I know I'm not talking to just normal Joe Schmoes out on the street. You guys are intelligent. You guys care about tech. You care about phones. You care about updates. And you have your ear to the ground and you listen to this stuff. So it's exciting to be like, okay, cool. Yeah, we know this phone. Here's what the leaked images look like. Here's what some of the reported stuff is. And I don't dwell on it too much, but it can be exciting from time to time, especially as the writing is on the wall. Like it's one of those things where it's coming soon. So I still expect it to come soon. I mean, as far as I know, it could still be here the beginning or middle of July. It just has to be here sometime before the foldable phones come out with Samsung. So they have time to work with here. Maybe something came up. Maybe there was a last minute bug or an issue that they figured out. There's a whole litany of different things that could be the reason why it didn't come out. Or maybe they never intended it for it to launch on June 3rd anyway. And that was the kind of point of contention with me because I never believed it was going to launch on June 3rd. I made my assessment and said, I know when it is coming. I know it will come before this event, but I never said anything about dates. So when it comes to that stuff, I had a bunch of people jump on me like, you don't know what you're talking about. Everybody knows it's coming out tomorrow. June 3rd is the date. It's happening. How do you not know this? I'm like, look, Nobody knows this. Nobody knows it. Apparently, Google didn't even know it because it came and went and it didn't happen. So, in the future, it's fun to look at these things, put an asterisk next to it, pin it, and be like, okay, it's cool to be aware of this, but let's not take anything with certainty until it happens. If the phone company says, here's our press launch, like Samsung says the foldables are going to launch with One UI 8. That's fantastic. If they show up and they don't have One UI 8, that's a big problem because they've made a statement. We don't have a press room announcement from Google saying, by the way, guys, it's coming out June 3rd. So always when you see this stuff and it's like, okay, it's from an insider, it's from a source, it's from whatever, it's from your favorite tech outlet, we'll just play the wait and see game in the future, right? I mean, I did that anyway, but don't come after me and call me stupid because I don't know what's going on. I pay attention very well to what's going on, but I'm not going to just come out and say with certainty something's going to happen when I don't know, right? And that's why a lot of times when I make videos, I'll have like a question mark next to it in the title because it's a topic of discussion. It's not a statement. Anyway, so I'm excited about Android 16. I can't wait to get it. I don't do the beta stuff just because I don't like the incompleteness. I don't like that sometimes they have battery issues. They can have crashing issues. They have app instability issues. It takes some time, right? I don't like to invest in that stuff. I know a lot of people do. I don't have a problem with it. Go forth and prosper. Enjoy your beta software. I know a lot of people really get into that. It's going to be another big thing. It's going to be all the talk of the town next week, whenever we have WWDC with Apple, and then they have the developer version for whatever it is now. And iOS 26 they're jumping to or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see if Apple gets any more intelligent. I still think Android 15 is light years ahead of iOS 18. I think that the Pixel 9 Pro XL is a fantastically better phone and platform than what's going on with the iPhone. So look, be happy that we have this amazing phone or set of phones because the Pixel 9 phones have been so good. Be happy that we've been getting timely updates. Be happy we've been getting our timely quarterly feature drops. Be happy that we're getting monthly security patches. Look, don't get upset that the Mayan calendar was wrong and the world didn't end and we didn't get Android 16, earlier this week. It's not that big of a deal. It could still show up on Monday. Like, who knows? When it gets here, it gets here. We'll enjoy it. And also, as soon as it does get here, I'll have a video about it. I look at this stuff every day, multiple times a day, because we know it's coming soon. We at least know a security patch and update will be coming soon, or a feature drop. And I always make a video about it every month, every time these new things come out. So I am paying attention. I listen to the whispers, and I look at what's going on out there, and I will let you know as soon as I know, which will be hopefully very soon after we find out, right? So that's all I got. Stay tuned for more excitement. There's a lot of happiness coming if you're a Pixel fan. Android 16 is coming. Big update for that stuff. And then we've got the new Pixel phones that are coming. And this is going to be the first Pixel phone ever with the TSMC chip, the Tensor 5. I think is going to be a really excellent chip. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to test it out whenever it gets here. And there's just a lot of great things coming for Pixel fans. So don't look at this as, oh, darn, we didn't get Android 16 of the day. Look at it as, okay, we're getting it very soon. We're getting a lot of things, and the platform is healthier and better than it's ever been, right? So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.